Hey everyone, in this video we will understand some of the characteristics of the scan disk scheduling algorithm. So in the last video we have already discussed what is scan algorithm and how we have applied this algorithm on a given example. So you can watch the video of scan algorithm and you can find the link of that video in the operating system playlist in the video description below, or you can find the link here also. Let's start and discuss the characteristics of the scan algorithm. So this was the example that we discussed in the last video for the scan algorithm, and the other name of the scan algorithm is the elevator algorithm. Okay, so we saw that to work with the scan algorithm we need to know the initial direction in which your read write head is moving. Okay, so here we are given the information that previously the read write head was at 26 cylinder and currently it is at 53 cylinders. That means the read write head is moving from lower to highest cylinder number, right? So we applied and we saw okay, we started from the 53, okay, that is the current cylinder position, and then we go on like elevator or the lift. Okay, we are going into the one direction and whatever request is coming in between, we are servicing those requests. Okay, we service 65, okay, from this input output request queue, then 67, then 98 and so on. So the last request in this direction was 183, right? And after 183 we went to the 199 also. Why? Because scan algorithm say we have to go till the last cylinder. Okay, so we come to the 199 also, and after that we reverse our direction. Okay, and then we service the pending request. So the leftover request were 37 and 14. So we completed 37 and 14. Okay, and then we stop there. Okay, we will not go to this 0. Okay, so we found the total head movement as 331 and average was this one. Okay, and this was the example that we discussed, that if we change the direction, or if in the question we are given the direction as like we are moving from highest cylinder number to the, you can say, lower cylinder number, then how the head movement will change. So we saw we are moving from this 53 to this 0th direction, or you can say 0th cylinder. Okay, so we first went to this direction and then we reversed our direction and we scanned all these requests, right? So here also we went to the 0 also, although 0 was not present in the input output request. Okay, so we found this total head movement and these were the average head movement, right? So like a elevator, it is scanning all the requests going in one direction and then it is reversing its direction and going into the other direction, right? So these are the characteristics of the scan algorithm. So the first characteristics you can say is it is a simple algorithm which is easy to implement. Like we have the FCFS. Okay, we saw with the help of example and with the help of C program also that how we can apply the scan algorithm on a given example and how we can implement it. Okay, same way scan algorithm is also a simple algorithm. So if we will see in the later video that how we can implement this scan algorithm using a C program, right? So if I just tell you like to practically implement this algorithm, we just have to take the input output request, right? Input output request queue, and then what we can do, we can just sort that input output request queue. Okay, so let's say we are at 53rd position. So what we will do, let's say we got IO request queue in the sorted manner. Okay, we applied the sorting algorithm and we sorted that. So what we will do, let's say here it is like 54, 57, 58, and here it is like 3, or you can say 1, 2, 7. Okay, in this way we will get a sorted IO request queue. Okay, so what we can do, we can just simply start from here. Okay, after sorting we can just start from 54, then from 53 we will go to 54, then we'll go to 57. Okay, then we'll go to 58, right? Okay, and after that we can just start from here and we can just take this part and we can just go this part. Okay, so to find the total head movement, what we can do, we'll say okay, we'll start from 53. Okay, then we are going to 58. Okay, so we will also go to the last cylinder. Let's say last cylinder number is 99. Okay, so we'll go to the last 99. Okay, and then we reverse the direction. So we will like count the head movement from 58 to 50, this 3. Okay, so we can do this like in a very simple manner, and then the last cylinder number will be given to us like 99. We can just subtract this. Okay, so this distance, okay, this distance is calculated, and after that what we can do, okay, this last request will be like 1. Okay, so we can say okay, from 99 just subtract this. Okay, 99 minus 7. Okay. And finally we can say just subtract 7 and 1. Okay, so this way we can find the total head movement. Okay, so like this, there is a very easy calculation in this. Okay, so we'll see the C program. Okay, and then you will be able to know it better that how we can implement this using a C program. Okay, now the second important point about the scan algorithm is, as we have seen that there was starvation problem in the shortest seek time first algorithm. So this starvation problem is not present in scan algorithm. How? So let's take an example. So here we have taken this example and we will solve this using SSTF and the scan. Okay, and we'll understand this point, right? So according to SSTF, let's say we are currently at 98th cylinder. Okay, so according to SSTF, we have to go to the closest cylinder, right? So from 19, if you find a difference or if you find a distance from 19 for all these requests, we'll see 28 is closest to 19. Okay, so we'll go to 28. Then from 28 we'll see that 24 is actually closer. Okay, we'll go to 24. Then 28 is closer. Okay, then this 30 is closer, right? Okay, now after 30 you can see these requests will be like pending to complete, right? So we'll move to now 16, 12 and then 2. Okay, we'll go to 16 because it is the next request that is closer. Then we'll go to 12 and then we'll simply go to 2 according to the SSTF, right? Now if you apply the same algorithm using the scan, then you know that in scan we need the direction, okay, in which you can say this read write head is moving. So let's say read write head is moving in this direction, that is from, let's say, cylinder number 0 to 99. That means from lower cylinder number to highest cylinder number. Okay, so let's say we are currently at 90th cylinder again, and if we apply the scan, we are going in this direction. So in this direction, okay, that is in the highest cylinder number, which request can be completed. So we'll see that this and this can be completed, right? So we'll go in this direction and we can complete the same 20, 24, 28 and 30, right, according to scan. And then we will go to the last cylinder number 99, because in the scan we have to go to the last cylinder number, right? Now after that we have to change the direction so that we can complete the 16, 12 and 2, right? So we'll change direction and we'll go to this 16, right? Now let's take a scenario. Let's say at t equal to 2 p.m. okay, we were serving this 16 cylinder number, okay, this request. Now at 2 p.m. let's say some another request started to come in this IO request queue. So let's say these 17, 19, 20, 21, they also arrive in the request queue at t equal to 2 p.m. okay. So according to scan, what will be the order of the request completion after 16? Should we go to 12 or should we go to 17? So we can see in scan algorithm, as we are moving currently in this direction, so we'll continue to move in this direction only. Okay, we'll not say, okay, this 17, that is the new request that came in this request queue, it is closer to 16, so I'll go to 17. No, in scan we will continue to move in one direction. Okay, after the completion of that direction, then we'll reverse the direction. So after 16, I'll go to in this direction and I'll complete 12, then I'll complete this 2, okay, and then I'll go to this 0 also. Okay, now finally I will change the direction, okay, and now I will complete this 17, 19, 20 and 21, right? From 17, 19 and 20, right? And if we saw the same scenario in SSTF, then what would happen? So let's say at 2 p.m. when we were at the 16th cylinder, this request again came and we are working with SSTF. So according to SSTF, after 16 we'll not go to 12, we'll go to 17, because the distance between 17 and 16 is actually 1 and the difference between the 16 and 12 is actually 4. So 17 is closer. Okay, so after 16, right, we'll change our direction, okay, of the read write head and we'll go to 17. Okay, and after 17, which request we will serve? 12, 19, 20, 21, which, okay, so we'll see distance between 17 and 19 is actually lesser than distance between 17 and 12, right? So we'll go to 19, right? So we'll see, okay, after 19 we'll go to 20 because it is closer than 21, right? And after that only, after serving these 17, 19, 20, 21, then only we'll complete this 12 and 2, this pending request. Okay, then we'll go to this, you can say 12 and lastly 2, right? So what point I am trying to make you understand is, if we have only these requests 20, 28, 24 till 2, so this request number 12, or let's say this 2, they were waiting for their turn after 16. Okay, they were thinking that 12 and 2 will be completed, but at 16 some new request arrived. Okay, and according to SSTF, we have to complete first these requests, because these are, you can say, closure request with respect to your 16 cylinder number. So what would happen, this 12 and 2, they will continue to wait for their turn. Okay, and let's say if there are more pending requests, or let's say if there are more number of requests which are shorter or which are closer to this 16, they come in this request queue. Let's say 22, 23, 24, they continue to arrive, okay, in the request queue. So for that time, this 12 and 2, they will continue to wait. Okay, so they will indefinitely wait for a long period of time. So that means they will starve. Okay, their number will come very, very late. But in scan, this type of problem will not be there. Why? Because at 16 these requests came. Okay, but your read write head will not say, okay, this 17, okay, 19, 20, 21, okay, these requests are actually in this direction. Okay, so although these requests came, but read write head will not change its direction. It will say, okay, I am moving in this direction, I will continue to follow this direction only. You came late, it is your fault. Okay, so scan algorithm works in this way only. Okay, it will say, okay, I'm moving in this direction, first I will complete all the requests which are coming in this direction. Okay, so it will continue to follow this direction. Okay, so it will continue to complete these requests. Okay, so these requests will not have to wait, right? Their turn will come eventually, right? And after that, these requests, okay, will be served. Okay, so although these shorter requests, okay, they came, okay, which were closer to 16, but in scan these requests will not be fulfilled. Okay, because they are actually behind the, you can say, direction of the read write head. Okay, read write head direction was this, but these requests, they came, you can say, in the other direction of the read write head. Okay, so they will be served late, and these 12 and 2, they will not have to starve, right? So this way, starvation of request is not possible in scan algorithm. Okay, I hope you have understood. So this is one of the, you can say, advantage of the scan algorithm. So let's take the another category. So this is one of the, you can say, advantage of the scan algorithm. Now let's take the another point. So next point is, the requests which are coming in the middle, they get advantage in their servicing. Okay, so next point is, in scan algorithm, the request which came in middle, they get actually advantage, okay, in their servicing. So what does it mean? So for this, let's take some another example to understand. So here you can see I have taken this example, okay, and I'll solve using the scan, and we'll understand this point. Okay, so let's say our head is moving in this direction from 0 to 99. Okay, and let's say we are currently at some cylinder number, let's say 49. Okay, so we have to move to 50, then 54, then 56, then 58. Okay, because they will come in this direction. Okay, so we'll move to 50, okay, then 54, then 56, and then 58. So after that, after completing the request, we have to change our direction so that we can complete this 132 according to scan. Okay, but before that, we'll go to the last cylinder number, that is 99, right? Now let's assume that at t equal to 1 p.m. we started, okay, and when we came at 99 cylinder, let's say it was t equal to 3 p.m. Okay, so in between, let's assume for example at t equal to 2 p.m. okay, we were at, let's say, 58 cylinder. Okay, just for the example. So at t equal to 2 p.m. some another request started to come in this request queue. Okay, while we were serving this 58. Let's say those were the requests, like you can say 25, 26, okay, 27, something like that. Okay, so you can see these three requests, they will be lying here. Okay, like before 49. Okay, so let's say at t equal to 3 p.m. we were here. Now what will happen? So we will now change the direction. Okay, and we will start to service other requests. So now let's say we move in this direction. Okay, and now let's say it is t equal to 4 p.m. Okay, so although no request have been arrived, okay, in this you can say in this part. Okay, but let's say at t equal to 4 p.m. some more requests started to come, and let's say those are like 49, 50, then 51, okay, 53, okay. So these requests, they are like in the middle, okay, in this part, right? Okay, so what will happen while I am coming in this direction, right? I will first complete these requests which came at t equal to 4 p.m. Okay, because while I am coming here, these requests will come first in my way, right? So I'll say, okay, I'll complete this 49, 50, 51, 53. Okay, so I'll complete, you can say 53. Okay, do not go according to like reference line. Okay, these points can be like different from what I can show in this reference line. Okay, I'm just trying to make my point clear. Like 53 will be completed, then 51. Okay, then you can say 50 and 49. Okay, that's 49, right? So the point is, although at t equal to 2 p.m. these requests came, they came before these requests. Okay, the time of arrival was like t equal to 2 p.m. for these requests. Okay, but then also, although these requests came first before this, I will first complete these requests which came in middle, right? And after that, I'll complete this 25, 26, 27, right? 26, 26, and 25, right? And after that, I'll complete this 1, 3, 2. Okay, you can say 3, 2, 1. Okay, so you can see, although these requests 25, 26, 27, they come before this, but while I am coming in this direction, these requests came first, okay, in my way. Okay, so they will be serviced first. So these middle request, they will be like getting the advantage. Okay, because although, because even if I come from this direction, okay, or even if I come from this direction, the request which will be in the middle, okay, they will be encountered in both the direction. Okay, because they are like, you can say, in the halfway or in the midway of both the direction. Okay, so they will be, you can say, they have to wait lesser time, okay, in comparison to the other request which will come at the end, okay, or at either of the end. Okay, in comparison to those requests, these requests will have to wait lesser. So let's say, for example, at t equal to, let's say, 6 p.m. we were at here, okay, at this 1. Okay, so after that, let's say we go to 0. Okay, now let's say at t equal to 6 p.m. some request came which are at this end. Okay, so let's say at t equal to 6 p.m. we are having, let's say, you can say 80, 81, and 82. Okay, and let's say at t equal to 7 p.m. okay, some request came. For example, you can say 3, 5, 7, 9, right? So we were here, okay, and these requests, they are in the IO request queue. Okay, so which request should I service first? So you will see that first I will complete these requests, although these came later, okay, at t equal to 7 p.m. right? So I'll change the direction, and let's say after I change the direction, it was like t equal to 7 p.m. So I saw, okay, these requests are present. Okay, so I'll complete this 3, 5, 7, 9, right? Okay, and these requests, they will be serviced later because they are at this end. Okay, and let's say before this t equal to 6 p.m. okay, when these requests arrive, let's say there are some, now let's say at t equal to 6 p.m. some requests are there which are at this part. Okay, let's say those are like 50, 51, 52. Okay, they will be lying in this middle part. So after completing 3, 5, 7, 9, again before coming here, I have to cover this request. So I will first cover this 50, 51, 52. Then I will complete this. Okay, so overall what I am trying to say is, the request which will come in middle, they will be serviced. Okay, they will get the advantage other than the request which will come at the back side. Okay, if some requests come at the back side of, so what point I am trying to make is, actually whatever request they coming in the middle, they will get the advantage. Okay, so this was the main point that I was trying to make. Okay, now this point is again related to this second point. Okay, and for that, let's understand this example again with a new diagram. So let's say we have this example. I have just seen this last 3 cylinder numbers. Okay, so again, let's say we are moving in this direction. Okay, so we will serve 50. Okay, and then we'll go to this 58. Okay, 50, 54, 56, 58. Lastly, we'll go to 99 cylinder number. Okay, because we have the cylinder number from 0 to 99. And after that, we have to serve 5, 6, 7. So let's say I change the direction. Okay, and I'm at 7 cylinder. Okay, now while I am at 7 cylinder and I am moving in this direction, let's say some another request came, let's say 8, 10, 12. Okay, so these 8, 10, 12, they will lie on this side, right, of the 7. They are on the other direction of the 7, but I will not serve these 8, 10, 12 because I am moving in this direction, and 8, 10, 12, they are on the other direction. So I'll continue to move in this direction, right? So these requests will have to wait, okay, for their turn because they are at the other direction of the you can say read write head. Okay, so I'll go to 6, okay, and I'll go to 5. So these requests are like waiting, okay, and the requests which are coming in the direction of the read write head, okay, they will be completed in lesser time in comparison to this. Okay, means their turn, their turn 6 and 5, their turn will come, okay, like before this 8, 10, 12 because they came after we are at the 7. Okay, so all the requests which will come behind the read write head direction, they will have to wait more than the request which are in the direction of the read write head. Okay, so this is the another point that is actually related to this. Okay, so you can say some of the requests they are waiting more than the another request. Okay, so you can say there is no actually uniform waiting time for all the requests which will come in the middle, they will get the most advantage in this scan algorithm because from this direction also, from this direction also, they will be the requests which will actually be serviced in lesser time. Okay, so you can say the requests which are coming on the other direction or at the behind of this read write head, they will have to wait for more time, but they will have to you can say wait for lesser time. Requests which come in the direction of the read write head, they will have to wait lesser time in comparison to this. So there is no uniform waiting time in scan algorithm for the request. So we'll see the another algorithm, that is the C scan. Okay, in that algorithm we'll see there will be a uniform waiting time. Okay, so this C scan or this circular scan, it will be the modification of this scan algorithm, okay, that we are going to see in the next video. So I hope you have understood all these characteristics of this scan algorithm. If you have not understood any of the point, please write down your query in the comment box and I'll answer them. Please like and share this video because your like and share give me the motivation to make a better content. Okay, so please subscribe channel and press the bell icon for further notification of the videos. See you in the next video with our next example, that is C scan, and we'll see how we can implement scan algorithm using a C program in the next video. So till then, goodbye.